everybody, welcome to Aspirants Hub and welcome to this new series called The Answer Behind the Rank. So, as a part of this series, we will learn answer writing from scratch. Okay, A to Z about answer writing will be taught, and why I call it the answer behind the rank is because I've gone through many topper copies as well as I've gone through Anudeep Durishetty sir, AIR 1 2017, his book on answer writing, and then come up with this series. Okay. And one important thing I would want to talk about is I was going through a lot of videos on YouTube as well with respect to answer writing. Okay. So, what I found is every other video just talks about a few things very, very vaguely. Nobody is explaining anything in detail. For example, they tell that you have to write a structured answer. And what is the structured answer? That an answer should have intro, body, conclusion. And what I feel is every person who's preparing for this exam, even a beginner, knows that an answer should be written in the format of intro, body, conclusion. Also, people are writing their answers in this format. Okay. But is everybody able to secure good marks in mains, or is everybody able to clear mains? No, right? Because just writing your answer in a structured manner, that is intro, body, conclusion, is not sufficient. Okay, understood. Then there is one more aspect of writing good arguments. Okay. Then they say you have to write good value addition pointers. You have to have good presentation skills. Yes, I understand these words as it is, but I don't understand the depth of these words or the substance of these words because nobody is explaining this. And that is what we will be doing as a part of this series. Every other word or every other parameter with respect to answer writing, we will learn the essence and substance of it. Okay. So we will learn answer writing in a very, very objective manner, and this is very, very beneficial. Okay, before starting answer writing, please go through these set of videos. Please understand all the parameters. It will help you write better answers. Okay, also it will help you evaluate your own answers because you have these objective parameters. Plus, it will help you improve with time. You can check your answer on all these parameters and assess your progress, that how you've gradually improved, how you're performing well with respect to each of these parameters. Okay. So, without wasting any time, let us get started with the series. Yes, and one more thing, there are going to be around 15 to 20 videos of around 5 to 6 minutes each. The first video definitely will be a little longer, but rest of the videos 5 to 6 minutes. And in the first 10 videos itself, we will learn everything about answer writing. After that, I will come up with some subject specific videos to talk a little more about how to approach each of the subjects. Okay. So now let us get started. This is the first video of the series where we will briefly see the components of answer writing. Okay. We will not be discussing each and every component because that is what we are going to do in the upcoming videos. Here we will just see the parameters. Okay. So first aspect is structuring. And when I say structuring, I don't mean intro, body, conclusion. There is more to structuring beyond this. That is, first, whenever we have a look at the question, we will have to figure out the main keywords or the main theme, what the question is asking for, and what is the directive. Okay. The next step is to identify all the explicit as well as the implicit dimensions. So what is explicit dimension? When you see the question, you will be able to figure out what the question is asking. So that is explicit dimension. But implicit dimension means there are certain things which are not stated in the question, but you have to understand that these dimensions also need to be addressed. Okay. Then there should be a logical flow. See, logical flow again is not just intro, body, conclusion. Logical flow with respect to the body. That is, first you will write the main view, then you will write the counter view, then you will write the way forward. Also, in some of the questions you don't have to follow a hard and fast rule that I'll write main view first, counter view first, or what is asked in the question that I will write first. If you feel that there are certain implicit dimensions that you will have to talk about first and then address the demand of the question, you can go ahead and do that, and we will see that. Okay, don't worry, everything will be discussed. And balanced treatment, that is, all these dimensions that you have, they should be balanced. It should not so happen that you are emphasizing a lot on one particular aspect or one particular view, and the other view you are writing very very less pointers. It should not happen. Okay, there should be a balance in your answer. Okay, the next component is content quality. That is, you have to write relevant content. You should not write what you know or what you have read on that particular topic. You should write what is asked, what is asked, and that is relevant. Okay, and you should write strong arguments. So we will see, don't worry. Okay, relevant content as well as strong arguments. Okay, third pointer is value addition, and there are different aspects of value addition. That is, you either give examples, you write data, you write quote reports, committee recommendations, case studies, constitutional provisions. You can quote thinkers as well. You can then bring in judgments, right? There are so many aspects to value addition, and we will be seeing this. The next aspect is presentation. See, presentation has two benefits. It serves two purposes. First is it makes our paper more readable. Okay, and second is it brings in the visual appeal. So what is meant by better readability? That you will focus on writing headings and probably putting them in a box. With respect to subheadings, you will underline, double underline, then underlining your keywords, proper spacing, so that I'm able to clearly and very very easily read your answers, right? That is the first aspect. Then visual appeal means that you will draw diagrams, maps, flowcharts, mind maps, etc. Clear? The next parameter is demand fulfillment, which means have you addressed what UPSC has specifically asked for? Okay, you have to write. See, this is different. Demand fulfillment and writing relevant content is different, because here also I talked about addressing the demand. How it is different, we will be seeing in upcoming videos. Okay, so did you understand, did you write what the UPSC is specifically asking for? That is demand fulfillment. Okay, next is depth of analysis. That is, you have to write reasoned arguments. Reasoned arguments means whatever argument you are writing, below that you have to be able to substantiate it with good value addition pointers. That is, you should be able to justify or substantiate your arguments. Okay, and one more aspect is interlinkages. Interlinkages within the paper and across the paper are also important. Okay, the next parameter is multidimensionality. See, when we hear this word multidimensionality, the first thing that comes to our mind is this pestle approach. Okay, but there are many more approaches and frameworks that we can use in our answers and bring in the multi-dimensionality of our arguments. Okay, for example, adding human touch and physical geography question. So there's a physical geography question, you are addressing all the pointers with respect to physical geography parameters, and now if you bring in one human touch through a few pointers, it will bring out the multi-dimensionality in your answer, right? So I saw this particular point from Anudeep Durishetty sir's book. And then this is value chain framework for agriculture. For example, if you have any question with respect to agriculture, always addressing them from the perspective of production, then the intermediate stage, that is storage, transportation, and marketing, then the last stage, that is the consumption stage. So addressing questions in this manner brings out multi-dimensionality. Okay, then talking about introduction is write what is asked. Okay, this is one way. Second is you can simply define the concept or the main keyword and substantiate it with examples and statistics. We will see this, okay? Then last is about conclusion. That is, always write a forward looking, solution oriented, value based conclusion. Do not end your answers abruptly. Okay. I hope you've understood all these parameters. Okay. I will soon come up with the next video. If you have any doubt, please feel free to post it in the comments and I will get back to you. Okay. Thank you so much. All the very best.